to My Sister Can't Cook. We're the Girardi Sisters from the El Rancho, and we're pretty sure one of us can't cook. So she will be the one today that's gonna try to boss all of us around in the kitchen. However, we have a little something special for you. So Cheryl's gonna start talking.
Rika, because I always complain when we do our show, because her knives are always dull. So she wised up after all my criticism and decided she's going to show us how to sharpen knives. My God, did you put enough oil on that stone?
Well, this is a
sharpening stone.
A sharpening stone, and you can buy these at there's a cooking store in Shello that you can buy this, or Savannah's got a handy little gadget too.
Well, I don't know if the cooking store actually has this, but you would have to go
They have everything.
You know, you're not going to find it at the local stores around here. You'd have to go to a specialty store to find it.
If you have the stone, what you're going to do is kind of like when you're filing your nails, you're just going to go the same way on the stone. You don't want to rub it back and forth, and you're going to just take it and you're going to press it. I've got a towel under here to hold it, and I'm just going to...
You actually want to come up to an angle a little bit. And if you do it by putting pressure with it, just open this up a little bit.
So actually, Rika's not going to show you. Cheryl's going to boss you around.
That's right. Put your hands at the tip here. There you go. I'll hold the... And she better not be thinking of horrible things that she could do.
And in case you don't have Cheryl at your home to boss you around, you can buy one of these.
What do I do about the other side?
Actually, you do both sides.
Do I go this way?
No.
This way?
Yes.
There we go. Or you can get the cheater easy way.
But that works good too.
This works really good. This is what my husband uses all the time.
But if your husband pulls out the Dremel and starts sharpening your knives, that's not how it works. Just so you know. It wasn't my husband, it was somebody else's husband that I saw do that. And
so okay, you have this safety, you put it down flat, put your fingers through, because I guess if you cut the top of your hand, it's better than the underneath, I'm not sure. Know. And then just drag it through. Now, can you hear it's kind of smooth this way? If you turn it and try to drag it this way, bad sound.
Yikes.
Okay.
And always, especially with this one, well, either one, when you sharpen your knives, they'll let off a little bit of the filament that will come off the actual blade. And so you always want to make sure that before you start cutting something else that you wipe your knife clean, and that way you can get all the shards off.
Then make sure if you have to use it on your sister, you wipe it again to get rid of all your evidence.
Exactly. All right, what are we making today?
So today,
you got something for me to chop? Chop, 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 chop.
We're gonna test your knife sharpening skills, aren't we? We're gonna make po' boys, and you should be familiar with that since you used to go to Louisiana, New Orleans quite often. But what I was researching and found that a po' boy, which actually is short for poor boy, is really just basically a sandwich, a whole meal in one, and it can be used with chicken, seafood, a variety of, but it's all about the deep frying. So it's not low in calorie by any means.
Thank you, Jesus. No low calorie on this show.
But what I want to start with first is a homemade mayonnaise, so that way it has kind of time to meld all the flavors together.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna make the homemade mayonnaise. We're gonna deep fry oysters and shrimp. And then we're gonna make homemade potato chips.
Oh, you gotta have to eat oysters.
I don't have to eat oysters.
No.
I can just deep fry them.
Okay, so first for the mayonnaise.
You can. Since Rika, I asked her this morning, can you get your mixer out? And she informed me that she burned it up making frosting for one of the mini cakes that she made. So you can either use a hand mixer or you can use a good old-fashioned whisk. You don't need anything fancy. So
just remember, if you use the whisk, you're going to be taking care of this. The gift that keeps on giving over and over.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So in your bowl, you're going to have one egg, and you're going to have the whole entire egg. Okay.
Not the shells, people, just the egg white and the egg yolk. Or some shell, as Rika's trying to add.
And Savannah, if you would hand her the salt and pepper over.
Okay.
And Savannah, what you can do...
How much salt?
We're doing like a quarter of a teaspoon.
Okay.
And what I'm going to have you do is, we're taking red onion, capers, pickles, green olives, and you're dicing it really, really fine.
Don't be scared.
Because we're going to add that just to kind of That's
not red pepper flakes.
something you need. What did I tell you to do? I said the red
want me to dice
onion, the capers, the pickles,
Are you gonna cut them up real small?
the
You're gonna put
olives,
them in
and you're gonna cut it really, really small because we're gonna add it to the mayonnaise.
Okay.
So Rika, you have salt and pepper.
Yep.
We're gonna do a lemon juice, a little Tabasco to make it a little heat on it, not a lot.
If you go to New Orleans, everybody's got Tabasco.
We're gonna add a little lemon to it, and actually.
You better get your arm out of my freshly sharpened
We
knife.
can add
Wait.
these later. So I'll stream in the olive oil because you need to stream the olive oil in while we're beating. And 4 hands, I guess, are better than 2.
You can also, if you have a food processor, you can do this in the food processor.
Right.
As well.
But like I said, you don't need any fancy gadgets. This might take a little bit longer for it to thicken up. And the nice thing about this is it can stay, as long as it's covered in an airtight container in the refrigerator, it will hold for 1 week. So, and the nice thing about mayonnaise is, I don't need any more than that. I just need a smidge. It's so versatile, and that's why we're just adding all these other ingredients to it just to kind of jazz it up so it's just not plain mayonnaise. So what you keep doing, I'm going to help Sylviana along.
Because you want this to kind of go to the pale yellow color, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not going to be white like you would find in a traditional mayonnaise at the grocery store.
It tastes so much better, honest to God. Like you're reaching in front of me with
I'm just trying to hurry along so we're not spending, half the day on mayonnaise.
You have the oil in the pans warming up, right?
I have the oil going so it has plenty of time. And since we're deep frying, I'm not using an olive oil. I'm just using a vegetable canola. Olive oil doesn't hold the temperature. It has a tendency to smoke. Are you getting tired?
Yeah.
Do you want me to take that over? And you can use dill pickles. You can use sweet pickles. Anything, whatever your preference.
Pickles.
No pickles. Whatever your preference is. How are we doing?
I have a little mini food processor.
Oh, you need the extra
Well,
size.
here I am. I'm the large food processor. This is a little mini one.
Can you chew on this and spit it out, and then we'll just add it to the mayonnaise?
You think I won't swallow,
Do I
right?
need to add more oil?
Just stream in a little.
Oh, this thing's noisy.
It is noisy. Why don't you put
Into this board.
Okay. It's not going to help the cleaning, but.
Take a deep
How did
breath.
I get this job?
Well, I told you I'd switch. Oh no. She wants to be the martyr.
And on the cooking show today, to beat egg. Not even eggs. Beat egg.
How are we doing?
If you have a food processor or blender, mixer, anything, or if you have the old kind where you
A little
turn it
kid
like
that's been
this.
bad.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't have any of those, so.
Yeah.
That's because she doesn't cook.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, are you guys done with it?
Well, we're done. You still have whisking to go.
What about the garlic?
Do you want to mince that real quick? But that way we get all these flavors going and it can sit while we continue on with our. Oh, she just hurt the nice sharp knife. She smacked it on the counter.
Put it on the side. Are we gonna bread the? What do you have for breading for the?
We'll get to that. Oh, Rika, you're doing good. Let's see. Okay. Let's add all of this, and then I'm not going to add any more salt because the capers have a tendency to be salty.
And you don't have to add any of this if you don't like it or whatever you
I'm
like.
just kind of adding some flavor
Right.
to a traditional mayonnaise.
This garlic right there. What's that red?
We can't
the
tell you.
pimento.
Oh,
I had some green olives that had the pimento in it. Let's go ahead and mix that
better
up a
eat
little
this.
bit more.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not going to thicken like, a traditional. I guess maybe if you put it in a food processor,
I can mix
it
a
might
little
thicken
bit.
it up.
Do you want me to mix it a little more?
You can a little bit more, not much.
Mix it, mix it, mix it. What now?
Savannah,
Sister?
you need we're gonna move on to the breading for the oysters and the shrimp, okay?
Lucky one.
And actually, let me go check the oil real quick, see if I'm up to speed.
Am I making French fries?
Hold on. Just a minute, let me check
I'm
the
a little
oil.
I'm a little slow on the.
I'm not making messes at all. No. How come that's soaked in milk? What do you have in milk?
I have in milk, I have the oysters. Just kind of helps break down the muscle. You know,
okay.
milk
Go on record that her mandolin isn't so fabulous.
Milk, we're not, did I say we were doing
I
this
wanted
yet?
to get ahead. I was cheating.
You're not following directions. You must have got, I don't know, an S minus in school for that. Okay. In this bowl, because we're going to make the breading,
How do you do that?
we're adding a half a cup of flour into the bowl, a quarter cup of cornmeal.
Are these already measured out here?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
those are already measured.
Just regular cornmeal?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Savannah, there should be
do my fingers?
mustard, dried mustard and cayenne pepper over there. About a quarter teaspoon, and I would say we could use this, but Rika got it all.
There, this one's a
yucky.
half. You
I'll
can
use
use
a half.
So use half of the half.
Okay. Because I wouldn't have been able to figure that out.
Probably not.
Okay, this is good.
Okay. We'll just let that sit.
Okay.
So the breading for the stuffing, and Rika, I actually left the tails are still on the shrimp, so if you want to take those off for me,
Okay.
do that. And I used all the bowls I needed.
And then are we gonna cut those oysters up? Did you see how big these oysters are?
I know, they're beautiful, aren't they?
They are.
Cut them. Who needs a big oyster?
Just because you don't like them doesn't mean anybody else doesn't. And then salt and pepper, and you're going to mix that breading. And then I just bought 2 hoagie type rolls from the bakery. Any kind of bread, if you just have French bread and you want to slice it and use that. Or some
Cheryl, when you make it, do you take out, you know, do you kind of make a little cave in your bread? You know, take out some of the inside?
You could,
Yeah.
so it doesn't have so much
Yeah.
bread. Okay, let me check the oil while you continue
Okay.
to do that.
What did she have you do it?
Oh, I'm mixing the dry ingredients.
Trying to mix.
Okay. Do you want me to cut these oysters in half?
Whatever you want. I guess. I mean, I was freaking out about the oysters.
Cut them in half. They're gross. Look at them. Look at Mel. Get that. Look at that. That's scary. It's like it came out of a spaceship.
A spaceship. You are a spaceship.
I'm cutting these long ways instead of, I'm cutting them lengthwise instead of the other way. That way they're long and they'll go on the, they'll fit on the sandwich.
On the sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, people.
It's looking good. It's looking good.
Oh, stop it.
Is she crying?
Yes.
I'm not crying. I'm just scared.
Okay.
You're just scared. Okay.
All right. What are we doing now?
So now what we're going to do is, I'm just going to, you don't want it real dripping. You know, you want to try to,
Imagine that.
so let's do the oysters.
I breaded 1 or 2 things before.
Let's do the oysters first. Okay.
She can't even
Don't
touch
flick it
it.
at me.
Do you want me? I know. Why are you doing this?
Well, she's flicking it at
And
me.
then put it onto the plate here, and then we'll go over and fry. And then Rika, in the meantime, if you would slice the bread lengthwise.
Okay.
And also, we're going to put tomato on our po' boy, and I have fresh spinach just because that's what I had in the
And
cupboard.
Mel hates it. Oh.
You can put coleslaw on it. You can leave it plain. You don't have to put any greens on it.
Lots of spinach, Mel.
Oh yeah, because that's going to be usable. What did you do?
Nothing. I'm breading it. I think it's the way you sliced it. It kind of.
Okay, I said the oysters first. This is a oyster, that is a shrimp. So Rika, you take care of slicing the tomato.
Okay.
We're gonna just speed this along. Because my mouth is watering. Sibs isn't, because why don't you like oysters? Just don't?
I won't say it. It's a cooking show.
They're yucky.
Loogie.
Okay, stop it.
Oh, stop already. What did you eat when you went to Hawaii? You didn't eat any
I
oysters?
did not eat one.
Peanut butter and jam.
Yeah.
Eat it all in the garden. Just kidding.
Hawaii.
Sorry, Enzo.
Okay, hold on. Wash my hand.
Okay. Do you want me to cut the bread in half too?
Yeah, cut it lengthwise.
Okay. Oh, Sib, you're doing such a fabulous job with that.
It's rocket science right here.
Well,
I'm gonna fry these.
Oh, careful that grease doesn't jump up and splatter on you.
Oh, thanks a lot. You guys are not gonna have any now. Being evil. And these only take really just a couple of minutes to fry up. And like I said, if you don't like seafood, then you can use chicken.
Hey, Cheryl, do you still bread the chicken and the meat that you would
Yeah.
use? It's all about being
I
fresh,
don't know
right?
about the meat, but I guess you could do meat.
oh, no, when they did well, you know, they really did. They just took anything and made a po' boy out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
So you always, I mean, that was the first sandwich on any menu was a po' boy. You know, 25 different ways.
We're just letting them brown on one side and then we're gonna flip them over. So you're not flipping back and forth. You know. Savannah, did you finish all the shrimp?
I'm doing it, lady. Like you're ready because you haven't even turned your oyster.
Behind you on the counter is the spinach. It's in the towel. I washed it and dried it. And we're gonna use that to put our sandwich together. And we're gonna slather it with our homemade mayo. Not with that spoon, we're not.
Oops. Sorry. Now, just as a caution, this does have a raw egg in it, so if you're older than me, which would be 24, or pregnant, you may not.
Is that a leap year birthday?
What's that?
Nothing.
It's not a leap year. Okay, so she's got her spinach.
And I just added the shrimp to the pan now.
It smells great.
And like with anything, when you add stuff to the oil, it cools it down really fast.
Great. Making a mess.
So you're just assembling, right?
Yeah,
Did you taste the mayonnaise to
Yeah.
see? Is that why you're adding more pepper?
Yeah, it needs a little more pepper.
No, we just thought we'd try to irritate
Well, and you can toast this bread if you want.
Yeah, that'd be good.
you. Toasted bread would be better. But Mel doesn't care.
Rika's oven is
Already putting spinach on it, so if you just ruined it for him, doesn't matter.
Sorry,
and toasted
Mel.
will be fine.
Oh yeah, and it's got all these things, and he probably doesn't like capers and.
Savannah, we're gonna also
Oh,
make
yeah, he
potato
doesn't like
chips.
olives.
What do you want me to do, lady?
So I bought my little mandolin and I have
play it? Are you gonna play
a potato that I washed. So we want to slice the potato real thin so they'll fry real quickly and be crisp. And then after I sliced the potatoes, I soaked them in water to draw the starch out.
That's not really working so well for you,
Think?
is it?
I tried to tell her
She
that
was
before.
doing it earlier. She got
I was
it to
doing
work.
it earlier. Hold on and I'll help you.
I don't
Cheryl just has to do everything
I don't
on
think
this
you're doing it.
episode.
I'm putting salt and
I have a
pepper on my
mandolin at
tomatoes.
home.
I know I was going to call you to bring it. Let me let that do in.
I am putting salt and pepper on my tomato. I don't care what anybody says.
What did you do?
You have that thing
Is it
backwards.
deep enough? There we go.
Ta-da.
And this just, if you don't have one of these little gadgets at home, you don't,
Go buy one. Oh.
Or if you have a really sharp knife, like we just sharpened, you can cut your potato real thin. So, get slicing.
All right.
I don't like when Cheryl does episodes. She's very, very bossy.
Okay, these seem to be
Taking
taking
longer than what I
longer.
thought.
Is your oil hot enough?
Well, I didn't want it to burn since we already had a burning episode.
This could be Burn Episode Volume 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's good enough. You get the idea. We've already got some sliced over there.
Seb.
Well,
That's just more potatoes for you.
But I don't think your mandolin is working.
is your oil super hot for
It doesn't
potatoes?
like Savannah. Maybe.
What a surprise. Because
Yeah.
they were cousins to the oysters and they knew.
Exactly.
Okay, Savannah, do you want to fry these potato chips
whatever
that I
you
have
want.
here? What kind of... Those were just a Yukon Gold that I happen to have. So any potato will work. Oh, that's Savannah.
It's a potato chip.
Make sure they're dry, honey.
Yeah,
if they're not dry,
don't throw wet
they're going
potatoes
to
into
light.
the oil, the hot oil. You'll have a splatter
You might
mess.
have a slotted spoon there. And then as soon as you take them out, then just salt and pepper them, and you're gonna burn there.
I'm so glad you guys are back there. I'm up here, all peaceful. Hey, a little tomato.
Use that slotted spoon. How we doing, Rika?
I'm ready. I don't know
Okay, well, I'm almost there.
Okay.
I'm ready to go. It's taking a while. You're gonna light yourself on
You should
fire.
have told me not to wear long sleeves on your episode.
It could be dangerous.
Okay.
Or you could have done it on purpose. Hey, bring me the salt and pepper, lady.
Are you gonna do it?
She's gonna salt and pepper me after.
Okay. Alright, so as my sisters are back there doing whatever it is they're doing.
Hey, Rika, I'm coming out.
Okay. I'm ready.
Did you assemble one sandwich with no spinach for Mel? I don't want to hear him crying.
There.
He's gonna go home to his wife and cry.
Those girls! They don't love me. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm getting these out of the fryer.
I'm cleaning up all your messes.
That's good.
Oh, and you know, you could probably serve this with a little bit of lemon too to put on.
Yeah, actually, you know what? When we put this on the sandwich, Rika,
Yeah?
why don't you squeeze some lemon over top? Or do it now.
Okay.
That's fine. And then you can assemble, and then
Oh, they smell
I'll bring
really good.
the shrimp out to you.
Okay.
And really, however you want to spice it up. You know, if you want more garlic, put garlic. It's really about your own preference. How's her chips there, little girl?
Oh, I'm in chip heaven.
She's in what?
She's not sounding very enthused.
Okay, so I'm doing, oh wait, I'm doing 2 oyster, right?
Yeah, 2 oysters and then I
Okay.
have the shrimp. Put a little lemon on the shrimp.
Okay.
And Rika left one of the tails on.
Oops, I'll eat that one.
Savannah, do we have some chips over there ready?
Sorry, I'm the deep fryer Debbie over here.
That's good.
Deep fryer Debbie. But how she can put all those things, all those names together. Oh, that does look good. Here's our po' boys.
The po' boys. How's the chip girl? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we have our homemade potato chips.
Oh.
And she just put salt and pepper on top of them after she brought them out. But again, if you have, you know, cayenne pepper, you could sprinkle that on. Or dill,
Parmesan
herbs,
cheese.
Parmesan cheese.
But you guys getting carried away over there with all your
Oh.
talking about.
So Savannah, that's all the chips we need for now, honey. Come on back over here and we'll wrap it
And
up.
we'll have sweet tea and a baked potato loaded.
She's got to get the chips that are still
Oh,
in
my
the frying
goodness.
pan before we can get her back over here.
Okay, so tell us what did we make today?
We made po' boys. So took oysters, and actually the oysters were in the little jar
Oh,
in the meat counter. So, and you can especially find them, it seems more so during the Thanksgiving holidays, because
Yeah.
people use that in
for
stuffing.
stuffing and everything.
But little plastic can, that's what we used. And then the shrimp, we just took the tails off,
Except for that
breaded it, deep fried it.
Yeah.
My oil wasn't quite hot enough, that's what took so long. And then we made some homemade
Tater chips.
Oh, good.
tater chips. So that's what we have for today. We appreciate you guys spending your day with us. We'll see you the next time on My Sister Can't Cook.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.